We were a group of journalists. We were invited by the government of China on 15th and 16th of August 2019 to visit the Uyghur autonomous region of China. Because during our trip, our Chinese friends did not allow us to interview people as we wanted. The aim of our trip was to deceive the foreign world and to make people outside of China to believe that things are fine in Sinjan. We saw, and our Chinese friends sent us to visit a number of, or exactly 2 concentration camps that the Chinese call vocational training schools. And in these vocational camps, we found that what the Chinese were doing there was a process of massive assimilation and indoctrination and Sinization of Turkish Muslims into Chinese. In these concentration camps that, according to many international governments, organizations, they believe that the people who are detained there are from 1 to 3 million Muslims. The Chinese were forcing the Muslims to, number 1, renounce their identity as Turkic people and Muslims. Number 2, we have heard that people there are forced to eat pork. And number 3, as I found out through the interviews that I made, people who enter into these centers are forced to renounce Islam, to speak Chinese 24 hours per day if they want to be released from these detention centers sometimes in their life. From our visit in the concentration camps, we found out that these people were totally isolated from the world. They were prisoners. They didn't have access to telephones, to internet, to TV. They were only brainwashed with Chinese state propaganda. And these people, they were so desperate. These people who were imprisoned only because a lady had put a headscarf, or another one only because he had prayed to God, or another one only because she had read the Quran. They were so desperate, as when we were speaking to them in Turkish, or we were telling them Selamünaleyküm, they were telling us ni hao. They were responding to us in Chinese, and when we were telling them we are Muslims and it is okay to be a Muslim in the world, and we had ladies in our delegation with hijab, and we told them, look, it is okay to have hijab, they were scared. They thought that this is impossible because they are so much isolated from the outside world that they think that the world has abandoned them. And even outside the concentration camps, as you might know, in China, internet is totally controlled and people have no access to the outside world.